Hello all, and hope you all have a fantastic new year. Today we are designing 3 Fae creatures, each based off of a different type and colour of firework. I did some research in fairies and found there are many different creatures that count as fairies, so this character here is a pixie. Pixies are usually benevolent towards humans, but are still a bit sly and tricky just due to their nature of being fairies. They would be described as being part of the Seelie Court, which is a Scottish category for Fae who are good to humanity. The opposite is called the Unseelie Court, who are nasty. My interpretation of a pixie you see here is a small humanoid with the attributes of an insect. This character here is based off of a chrysanthemum firework. It's named after a type of flower, and the colour I chose for this firework is purple. Purple in fireworks is made by putting strontium and copper together. So you see she has copper bands around her arms, and her colour scheme reflects that copper colour. She also has fire powers because copper is an excellent heat conductor, which also inspired her firefly wings. I couldn't really add strontium to her design because it is very reactive with air, so it would be too dangerous. But I imagine she would have an explosive personality. You will see that the flower around her waist area will be coloured in purple because it represents the shape of the firework. A direct nod to the fireworks in her design is the broken pieces of rocket she is wearing. The cylinder of the firework is around her torso, and the head of the firework is her hat. Additionally, she has a pixie cut because she's a pixie. I imagine that this character got exiled or just left the Fae world and has now come to the human world and lives in a garbage dump or something, and that's why she wears old pieces of a rocket. I had trouble making a background for this piece because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I eventually decided on an ocean with fireworks in the sky, and she's being lit by a window of a cruise ship. For the shape language in this character design, I have a lot of pointed edges. I wanted to show that she has a sharp kind of personality, and she's probably fast at being a pixie. And she's quite capable by herself, so the second most dominant shape in her design is boxes. By that I mean squares, not boxes. This next character is based off a flying fish firework, and the colour I chose for this character is blue. Blue is made of fireworks from copper, so she has copper buttons on her apron and a copper necklace. Copper is also a great conductor of electricity, so I imagine this fairy to have electrical powers. A specific species is that of a brownie. Brownies are dwarf-sized or sometimes average human-sized humanoids who serve families by tidying and performing house chores. In return, the family must give the brownie some kind of reward, usually dairy or some other food substance. If the family gives them clothes, however, the brownie gets offended and leaves. This is why brownies are depicted in rags or naked, and is also why this character is wearing rags and an apron. Although unusually, she has some jewellery on her because I imagine she's the type of character who wants more in life, as she's staring out at the fireworks from the room she is sweeping. The firework shape is represented with her hair, which is golden like the golden or silver trails left with a flying fish firework. And the beads on the end of her hair are the coloured sparks. Like every fairy in this video, she has some kind of insect features. She's based off of a pipevine swallowtail caterpillar, because they have copper-coloured spikes as a caterpillar and blue wings as a butterfly. Butterflies also represent change, and this character is longing for some change. She has a wedding veil over her tail to show that the family that owns her is broken and the couple doesn't care about each other anymore, so they freely let the brownie wear an important item that symbolizes their love for each other that now has faded. I know that sounds dramatic, but I couldn't help myself making backstories for these characters. For the background, we have a room lit by firelight with a window displaying the fireworks show outside. For this design, the shape language is in triangles and ovals. This is because I imagine this character would have a softer personality and she'd be sharp-witted, so she can use that to her advantage to get out of the situation she doesn't want to be in. last character for this video is based off of a palm tree firework, and the colour is green. Green in fireworks is made with barium, which oxidizes quickly and results in a colour change from silvery white to dark grey. This character would have black blood when it's exposed to air as a nod to barium and the fact that they are a changeling. Changelings are fairies that take on the form of a human so that they can swap places with them. Changelings can be unwanted children of fae or elderly who are sent to the earth to live the rest of their days. Changelings never have a perfect human form. They are described as having oddities like long teeth or facial hair on those who are feigning the appearance of a baby. They were also used as an excuse for illness back in the ye olde days. When a child was born with a disability or someone felt ill, it was blamed on the fae for swapping that person out with a changeling. The firework shape here is in the vines and the insect legs springing from the character's back. He is based off of an orchid mantis, which disguises itself as an orchid, like how this character is trying to disguise himself as a human. But he doesn't do a very good job, so he's cast out by his human family, hence why he's standing on the doorstep at night with the door shut in his face. I imagine he was sent to replace the son of the same family that owns the brownie character, but he fails because he doesn't look human enough. Since he has vines sprouting from his back, I imagine his powers are related to the Earth's. So here are the final designs of all three characters. Thank you for watching and goodbye.